Love eternal to the guys. What it do, True Crew? Salute to all of the guys squad. What's shaking? What's hopping? Alright, make sure that when y'all catch me out here in these spiritual streets, holla back, youngin. Say what up, though. Okay? I would like to welcome all viewers, both former and new. What it do, boo? Let's get ready to be spiritual blog number 20. 20. Dang, that was quick. We got up here fast. Okay? Okay, so yeah, it ain't even. It's only been like 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Maybe it's been a month since I started spiritual blogs. Can't believe we're already at number 20, but all right, y'all. So don't mind these ashes; they gonna land on me. It is what it is. Okay. I'm telling y'all not to mind it. I'm still trying to blow them off, child. Y'all, this right here is just a conversation I had to have with God, with the Holy Spirit, so that I can gain the proper understanding. Because when you complete certain stages, when you complete and master certain levels, when you pass certain spiritual tests, you're not trying to go back and repeat nothing. Okay, you get so tired of getting caught up in the same little cycle that when you finally break free of some shit, how do I not get caught up right here again? Y'all heard that, right? Okay. And I think, you know what I'm saying, Archangel Michael been in the building. You know what I'm saying? But because I've been feeling guided or feeling pulled to I've been feeling guided or pulled to ritual. I've been feeling guided or pulled to, like, you know, increase my personal magic, or work on my personal magic, or work certain manifestation techniques, or do this or do that. You see what I'm saying? Now, I always have to make sure, because I've had some backfires and some shit happen, honey. I've always had to make sure, ever since then, like, is what I'm preparing to do okay? Any ritual work that I do, they would call it spell work, but it's not really spell work. It's more, everything's a ritual. It's what you make a practice. You see what I'm saying? If you gotta repeat a spell, that's a ritual. You know what I'm saying? We all spell cast all day, unbeknownst to ourselves, out our mouth, with our thoughts, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Projecting negative emotions out, all of that. You know what I'm saying? All of that is spells. The point is to be smart about what you choose to cast and when, to become mindful. You see what I'm saying? And I always want to try to make sure that I'm not overstepping no boundaries or doing anything detestable to God, period. You know what I'm saying? Or working against God. Because the point is to use the elements to work with God. The elements are an extension of God. You're an extension of God. So why would you want to utilize the elements to go against God or a divine plan, or, you know what I'm saying, somebody's life? This is what makes shit detestable, or maybe dark craft that we shouldn't be doing. Okay, if it's going to negatively impact somebody else's life. Okay, because what you put out, you get back. That's what I'm trying to say. Anything that you put out, you get back. Don't matter if you feel like they deserve it, whatever like this. You got to be mindful of the energy that you're working in. Any spiritual workings you do, whether that's praying, whether that's scripting, whether that's candle work, whether that's, you have to be mindful. Whatever ritual you do, whatever spiritual workings you do, you have to be mindful of the energy, the emotion you're in, okay? And your intentions behind whatever it is, child. Because if neither one of them are aligned with God, God's will for the situation, cataclysmic backfires on this motherfucker. Kaboom, boom, boom, boom. You talk about bringing a gnarly tower at yourself. That's what I'm saying. Okay? Okay. So because I've been feeling pulled or guided to it, for one, I have to try to make sure I'm being guided by my higher self to do something. Because as we spiritually advance, the evil one, okay, or these dark principalities that have the people round about us, these things are constantly trying to negatively influence us. Negatively influence us to do something where we have to backtrack. And this is the main thing I'm trying to avoid at this hour. Okay? Yeah. Alright. So some people watching, they're not gonna agree. They feel, hey, do as thou wilt. You know what I'm saying? Type time. Me, I'm more like, God, thy will be done type. You know, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes, you have to know, and it's hard to distinguish. Sometimes you have to know when it's your time to take action, when it's your time to amplify whatever your ask is, you know what I'm saying? And then other times you have to know, this ain't my realm, this ain't my scope. I just gotta go to God right here, because this ain't even my jurisdiction. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to take control of some shit I don't want fucking control of. Okay? You know? Hey. There's lines. Okay? There's lines, and we need not cross them. Okay? Lest you find yourself being crossed. Okay? And that's hey. 7:07 on the clock. Okay? Don't know who that's a warning for. But I'm just telling you, I be having to ask, okay, God, am I being guided by my higher self to really do this here? What is my intent here? You know what I'm saying? We have to have the conversation. And God literally I wait for a sign and say, well, God got to give me a green light. Okay? Sometimes God's like, will you please? What are you waiting for? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that's the energy I get. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, anything about protection, will you just do that shit? You know what I'm saying? Anything about protection, just can you do it, please? You know what I'm saying? Because you be praying to me for protection, but I need you to do something. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm here with you. I'm working through you. This is what God is saying. So if you're not doing the work and I'm here trying to work through you, how you gonna cry to me and pray for protection? We ain't did no work. Faith without works is dead. Hello? Are you here? Are you getting what I'm saying? Yeah. Sometimes this is the conversation, honey. Okay? I'm letting you know. Okay? I'm letting you know. Alright. And God was like, really? You need to chill. Really? You need to chill. You know innately what is correct or incorrect. You know innately now what is upright or righteous and what isn't. You know that innately now. You need to trust yourself in that regard so we can get busy. You know what I'm saying? Because right now it's about the actions one is choosing to take or not. You see what I'm saying? And I don't want to get caught up not acting either. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to get caught up not taking action either, just because I was scared I was going to fuck up. You see what I'm saying? A cinch traps me. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, God, for the pop or the knock. I don't know if y'all had heard that. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all hear the pops and the knocks, you hear the birds, okay? You got the angels and the ancestors, honey. Like, hello. You keep praying, ask us for protection. You ain't even done anything. You think you could just pray and ask us, and it's the only action you gotta take, girl? Yeah. This is how they be coming at me. Like, can you please do the thing with the thing? You got the tools. Can you please? You know what I'm saying? give us something to work with out here. Is how they become. I'm like, what? Because I'm trying to make sure. I ain't trying to mess up no more. You understand what I'm trying to say? Shit. But God's like, you can't mess up because you already know. And I guess what God would like me to share right here is biblically when they talk about God detesting witchcraft and this, that, and the third. There's a few things we need to understand about that God is saying. For one, Christ said we need to understand who the heck is telling us that. Okay? That's A. Understand who's telling you that. That's A. Okay? Who is telling us that? Who handed us this book? Who comprised this book? Who would not want you practicing your personal magic? Who? Okay? The same people that tried to label Christ as a heretic. Huh? You talking about the same scribes and the same Pharisees that was trying to label Christ as a heretic, honey. You talking about being given this book by the very same church that came up against Christ itself. Okay? The same ones that was coming up against Christ because Christ was healing people. Didn't matter which day of the week it was. Didn't matter if it was a Sabbath. Should not be doing something holy on the Sabbath anyway, is what Christ told the scribes and the Pharisees. Okay? Like, what you mean? I'm not supposed to heal. I think God sent me here to help and heal this situation. Or you know what I'm saying? They called that shit witchcraft, honey. They called that witchcraft too. Just like how they try to demonize Reiki. This is what Christ was doing with the laying of the hands in it, honey. Okay? Just like they try to demonize ritual work or working with the elements. Oh, that's witchcraft. Hey, Christ did the same thing when he took the clay and made the spit. And when he took the dirt and he spit and made the clay and put over the man's eyes so he can see, okay? You know what I'm saying? That was considered witchcraft to them people, honey. You know what I'm saying? We got to understand who gave us this joint. You know what I'm saying? You know? But then we also, them same ones that was killing seers and people that was doing the spiritual work. Because you can't say, faithful without works is dead. And then try to yell at me, oh, that's witchcraft. You know what I'm saying? The work you're doing. Like, I thought we said faith without works is dead. So which one is it? You see what I'm saying? Am I supposed to be utilizing the spiritual tools or doing the spiritual work? Or am I not? Ain't nobody got time. The devil authors confusion, honey. And this is what I'm trying. We not doing this. We're not getting caught up right here. Okay? So, Christ said, understand who told us that. Scribes and the Pharisees, the same people that was trying to demonize him for the healing work he was doing, for the rituals he was doing in his day. Okay? The same ones that persecuted him because he was out here trying to help people with his spiritual gifts. That's A. Okay? B. Okay? Understanding, yes, working your personal magic, but understand, yes, that there's a line. Okay? What makes something dark craft or what makes something witchcraft, which is detestable to God. What makes that so is A, if you breaking spiritual laws and you're trying to negate somebody's free will and you're breaking spiritual laws, you're trying to bring people back from the dead, you're trying to force people to fall in love with you, domination work, all of that, because you're trying to force somebody to go against God's plan for their own life. Okay? Or you speaking ill on somebody, or what makes something detestable is if you can't be trying to be the causation of something for someone and then be upset if that same thing happens to you, and then be out here crying to God, asking the God for help about it. Like, God's like, you did that though. You did that though. So why are you calling me? You put your hands on it. You thought it was okay. Fix it. You want it to be me in the situation? Be the God. Fix your mess. God, gonna come at you. Shit. It's crazy in these mental states, honey. You got to know. You got to know. So the point is to do your spiritual work with God. Not without God. Not outside of God. Not utilizing the elements to try to trick God. Because God, by extension, is the elements itself. Okay? And you're an extension of God. Okay? So you can't be trying to utilize the elements to try to weave something in your favor against God's wishes. Okay? You can't be trying to weave hexes and curses in somebody's life that don't deserve it. Okay? Because that's going against God's will for the person. Okay? And if that's not what you want, don't put that out towards anybody. You see what I'm saying? Because it will come back on you so fast. Not only that, you open a door for the enemy to send more of that same energy your way. You put yourself on a vibration. You open a door for the evil one to come right in and beeline straight for you when you breaking them kind of laws and stuff, honey. You know what I'm saying? Like, life will be in shambles. You know? I don't want it. I don't want it, Lord. No. You know what I'm saying? So, also, so yes, doing your spiritual work with God. Okay? What makes something detestable or a certain kind of magic detestable is, people think that they can override God, God's plan for someone else's life, try to steal somebody else's anointing or gifts that God gave to them. You know what I'm saying? Trying to steal a person's talents, gifts, so that they can receive the treasures God will bestow upon them. Trying to trick God, like, oh, you're walking in the energy of this person, so that you can procure that person's blessings that God has for them. You trying to act like God don't know his own children. You trying to act like God don't know who is working through or not. You see what I'm saying? Trying to treat God like God's stupid is crazy work. You see, how you trying to use me to override me, to go against me, to force some shit out of me. You know what I'm saying? It's how God would be looking at that. That's how God is looking at that. Okay? I heard the Christ put it to me like, dark craft or black magic or detestable witchcraft, or it's a misuse or a misappropriation of your Godship. It's a misappropriation of your God-given talents and gifts. It's a misappropriation. You are misappropriating God energy to go against God itself in another form. Okay? It's also, like I said, about the emotions you're in. So if you're doing ritual work or spell work and you're angry at somebody, and the main drive behind your stuff is that anger, you see what I'm saying? You're attacking your God self in another form with that same anger. You can't then wonder why people come at you angrily. You know what I'm saying? You open yourself up to that kind of energy or to attacks on that wave. Or, you know what I'm saying? It's not that we can't do these things. It's just that we are being advised against it, because why would you be doing spiritual warcraft on yourself? You know what I'm saying? The point is to not, because we are all connected in some manner. Do you get, you know what I'm saying? That's the point. So it's a misappropriation of your Godship, okay? A misappropriation of your authority, of your God-given gifts and talents. The Christ also put it to me like, a lot of people are practicing, and they either aren't ordained, they're not ordained for practice. Yeah. They're practicing and they're not ordained for practice. Or they don't embody Christ consciousness. Some people have been taught on bloodlines, spellcraft, to try to force things to go in their favor on that lineage. That's them trying to be either a curse or some sort of spiritual happening that's been happening on that line. It's been happening on that line because they are abusing their godship in this manner, but they're trying to utilize spellcraft to be karma. You know what I'm saying? Or to counteract the karma that's going on the line, so that they can still have certain things or be seen a certain way. Or you get what I'm trying to say? It's how Christ put it to me. What makes it a problem is that people are practicing and they're not ordained, or they don't truly embody Christ's consciousness, which means this is like getting back sneak door energy into God's building blocks, and think you're going to play with that energy to try to make something for yourself or for somebody else, and you lack the understanding of how you're connected to those building blocks, or you lack the understanding of what that could do to someone else, and the energy that you're calling into yourself when you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people playing with spell work, they're not ordained for that. They don't even have the light of God within them. This is what makes it black magic, or this is what makes it quote unquote bad. You see what I'm saying? Because you're trying to do something without God. Okay? Or you're trying to use it to play God in someone's life. Or you see what I'm saying? It's a misappropriation. It's a multitude of mess ups, honey. You know what I'm saying? That type of energy. So hopefully that helps to give some sort of distinction. You gotta be mindful of the emotions you in. You gotta be doing it out of love, out of self-preservation, out of uprightness. And the intent can't be to cause hurt, harm, or injury, or alter somebody else's path. The intention must be, like I said, an act of self-preservation, something of this nature. Because if the intent and the emotions ain't upright, you open the door wide for enemy and op attacks and curses and hexes. You just open the door real wide for that. You know what I'm saying? And the point is to avoid that. You could do anything. The point is your intent. Why are you doing it? You see what I'm saying? So hopefully this helps some of my spiritual peoples out here avoid some certain traps and things. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully that supplies some sort of distinction. And also, hopefully this helps people that are coming from a religious background or more religious understanding, like me being raised Baptist Christian and trying to reconcile with me myself. Why was I called to the cards? Why was I called to utilize certain spiritual gifts? Why? And it was told that my gifts could come online so that I could learn how to hear in the spirit. So I could learn the difference between when I'm hearing my higher self and when I'm hearing something else. This is stuff that I had to learn so that I could share it with others that's getting ready to come online. You see what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, it's part of my journey. It's part of what I'm here to do, which is why I'm drawn to it. But it make you feel like you're a sinner because your whole life you've been told this is bad. You know what I'm saying? But that's what the Christ was getting at. Who told you it was bad? The same people that still persecute truth speakers to this day, honey. Still, people that still persecute people that can hear God and speak for God to this very day. They still on that same type time. Do we want to be aware of what's going on or no? You know what I'm saying? So, kids, be aware, family. Make aware choices. Work your magic out of awareness. Work your magic out of love. It can be tough love. You know what I'm saying? It could be out of self-preservation or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? But that intent is important. If you're doing something with the intent to harm, just know everything's connected and you possibly are bringing that harm back on yourself. You can't try to cause harm and then pray for protection from harm. You get what I'm trying to say? Them two shits gonna cancel each other out. You get what I'm trying to say? Hopefully this helps, man. I love y'all. Y'all be blessed and y'all take care out there. You know what I'm saying? Working magic with God in the upright. If you can't do that, just go ahead and leave that. Go ahead and leave that alone. Okay? Love y'all. Peace.